Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Diddy Kong Racing Time Trials Tournament. We have a lower bracket match between MorKs and Peegs. For this one, we have Peegs, who was the third seed out of Group D, I believe, and then MorKs, who was the fourth seed out of the highly contested Group C. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We have a ban of Crescent Island by MorKs, and Peegs has picked Ancient Lake Hover. So we're just going to wait on both players to go to the ready up screen. And format, as always, is the first 9 tracks. There must be 3 car, 3 hover, 3 plane. So we start off with our first hover pick. So yeah, both players are going to go to their... Going to get ready. Countdown should be coming in very shortly here. Alright. Just interesting. I'm interested to see how these players approach this track. They're not too far apart in movement. However, MorKs with a 16:08 lap and Peegs with a 16:93. I think MorKs got a bit of a better boost. His movement's interesting. He's cutting the water, and generally, I don't think cutting the water is that is necessarily that good or whatever. He generally causes quite a lot of lag. And with the fact that Peegs has missed the zipper there, I think that MorKs is going to take the first attempt. He'll get a 44.88, and Peegs will get a 46.88, so 2 seconds apart exactly. But plenty of hover left to play here. So yeah, we'll see things play out. Got the sheet all up and ready. Alright. So we're gonna go into MorKs' second attempt. He's going for the bananas on the right side, and that's generally you only go for the bananas on the left side there because your other bananas because you tend to get a decent chunk of bananas just throughout the run in general. That you don't necessarily need the both sides, and also I notice when I tend to finish laps on this course, I'm finishing to the right. So having those for the second lap is a little bit easier, but MorKs opting to do it opposite, which is fine. 17:33 and a 14:01. Peegs looking to have a 16:28 first lap, getting 9 bananas. Let's see how MorKs finishes out, and then we can look at Peegs' second run. 46:08 from MorKs. Peegs gonna have a strong second lap here, a 14:31. On decent pace, with a good finish here, could get the best time. It's possible. Really nice transition there. Probably not quite enough to beat MorKs' time, but it'll be a low 45, so Peegs is catching up. You'll see 45:18. And now both runners onto their final attempt. Well, MorKs onto his final attempt, and Peegs will be writing in her time and going to her final attempt. MorKs with a 16:41 first lap.
Ancient Lake.
I'm really interested by this routing. I know that this is something that might be a bit more common in hover percent movement, but it's working for MorKs. He's getting good times. I kind of missed that whole section there, but he's unable to beat his time there. So Peegs, the onus is going to be on Peegs to get a better time. She gets a 16:25 first lap, so well on her way. With a PB of 43.76, Peegs just probably has to give warm up with it. Oh, missing the zipper. That might be the nail in the coffin. Unfortunately, a 15 55 is going to require 13 laps to catch MorKs' time. So looks like MorKs is going to take this first point. Yeah, the zipper miss, very unfortunate. AL Hover is an interesting track. It's general. You can be pretty consistent on it, but like I mean, I guess like all consistent tracks, if one thing goes wrong, then your run's kind of screwed. Unfortunately, your run just doesn't usually tend to recover without a god lap. Yeah, Peegs finished with a 46 in the last run, sure. Alright, so Peegs will also just now have the next pick. Once we get everything sorted on the sheet, I guess. So yeah, with the 44.88, MorKs, I know his last attempt he turned around and kind of, the time isn't quite indicative. It would have been a couple of seconds faster, but it wasn't going to beat the 44. That was a really nice time to get in a one try. So, or get in an attempt as a 44.88. It's a really, really solid time. All right, let's see what Peegs picks. She has a couple of really strong tracks that she can pull out and pretty, and definitely put up a fight. I'm very interested to see how Par will play out. I don't know MorKs' exact plane, plane skill level, but I know Peegs is at a pretty high skill level in plane. I might give her a slight edge in those, and I think Hover's a bit of a wash. Between the two, where I think either player can take plane. Star City or Hovercraft, I should say. Star City plane is the pick. So go into a pretty difficult plane track, in all honesty. Peegs, however, having a 118 on this track definitely has a good advantage. This track is quite tricky. To do like fast. It does create a lot of opportunities for bonks. But a well done Star City plane run is so beautiful to watch. So let's see how these players do. Right away, we see MorKs bonking, Peegs doing a front flip, unfortunately. That happens when you're just slightly too far to one way. So MorKs has the advantage going into in this first lap so far, but another one of those bonks on the ball, and Peegs having a good run from here on out, and it could definitely flip. This is also their first attempt on the track, so mistakes kind of bound to happen on this one. Alright, MorKs with a clean entrance on lap 2. Peegs also with a clean entrance, but I'd say that was a little bit faster perhaps. But overall, with the way that lap 1 went, MorKs is in the lead by a good 7 seconds. But MorK with he must have turned too much and hit a corner and bonked. So I don't think he bonked. I think he bonked prior to the finish line, so he wasn't too high up there. So Peegs with her momentum is definitely looking like an even first run at this point, if not going to have an advantage. With how how she's keeping her speed a lot better. I think Morks might have lost speed in the... yeah, she had a better time by 3 seconds. I didn't actually notice that they had started at a different time. But the 34 lap versus a 26 lap would definitely change that. So Peegs, with a clean first lap, can definitely put up some big times, for sure. But will have the advantage here with a 1:37.63.
Star City.
So yeah, let's see. Morks is in his second attempt. In the second attempt already. Not opting for that barrel roll there in the tunnel might not have had enough speed there. Peegs kind of getting caught in the wall, but able to maintain enough speed to get to the zipper. Morks, landers didn't come out, I think, but just unable to get enough speed to get another boost there. Peegs missing the air zipper, but still able to maintain speed to get a couple of barrel rolls and save the lap from being pretty unfortunate. Does unfortunately front flip again. Alright, so Morks finishing his second lap up. Looks like it's going to be 27.60. Peegs into her second lap in the city now. Morks with some clean plane play, but bonks. Oh no. He didn't bonk too harshly though. He did manage to make it inside the room. So the bonk only sets him on the ground in there instead of bouncing him out. Peegs with a 29 lap, so Morks with a better second lap, but if Peegs has a clean third lap here, she should end up with a better time overall. And she's looking like she can get a sub 130, honestly. So see if that happens. Morks with a 130 on the button. Peegs looking to get through this and get a 129. My apologies. I meant to say sub 130, but 129.68 being the final time. I thought 8 got deleted from this game, but apparently not. Oh no! Morks' barrel roll didn't come out. He definitely was trying to get a barrel roll out there, and it just didn't come out. So he has to have some extremely strong laps from here, potentially, to even have a chance to catch Peegs' time of a 129. Although, with good laps here, it's still possible. Only going to get like a mid-30s for his first lap, so definitely possible. Missing the zipper, though, it looks like he's not having a happy time this last attempt. Peegs in her last attempt as well. First lap looking to be around a 30 or 31. Gets 7 bananas, so keeping that banana count up. Haven't really mentioned much about bananas in these. They're very important to get. They work similarly to Mario Kart coins, where you go get a higher top speed and acceleration. In this game, we have kind of figured out that each banana is worth about 2.5% extra top speed and acceleration. So you're getting 25% greater top speed and acceleration just from getting 10 bananas. That's the maximum. Morks is going to finish just with not a good enough time to pass Peegs. So Peegs will take this track regardless of final time here. So we will have this all tied up once Peegs finishes her attempt. Looking like the strongest attempt yet, a 128.11 as the finishing. Oh, that was a lot of extra frames. That was crazy. Yeah, Morks' R button not working at the beginning of that third attempt. I'm not sure why. But we're all tied up now, so Morks gets the pick. And goes for Haunted Woods car. That's been a go-to car pick for Morks in this tournament. He took a point off of Peegs. Or sorry, not off of Peegs. Took a point off of Asbo on this track in their epic match. So let's see if he can get the point here again. Very inconsistent track. But I know Morks has a decent PB here with a 44, and Peegs with a 45. So I will say I think I will give Morks the general advantage, but this track is so difficult that anything can happen here, honestly. But here we have now one of each particular vehicle being picked. So both players on their way. Oh, Morks with a nice, nice boost down there, down the whatever it's called. 16 lap. Peegs struggling, had a bonk, gets a 1991. Morks with another good hill section there. Looking like a 14. Oh, it would have been a 14. Now it's a 15 because he did not hit the final zipper. Final zipper is a bit tough to get grabbed. Peegs gets a 17 lap. Has a bit of difficulty in the fountain. But is still able almost to get a really clean section. 48 from Mork. So he'll start this track with advantage. He had a rough last lap. He was looking on pace to, he was looking at some really good pace there. 53.21 from Peegs. So definitely improvable from both players. I would expect this to not be their best attempts overall, but I mean a good time from like a 48 is still like not terrible for a first go round on this track for the specific track, whatever. 1641 from Morks. He's gonna. Oh, he also again had some issues there. Peegs, unable to kind of get leveled out or kind of complete the skip down the hill. Bonked. They're going to get a 18-18 first lap. Morks with a 15:43 second lap. So getting that despite a rough part there. Peegs, it's such a rough section there. If you're not well practiced on it, it definitely can trip you up a lot. Barely missing it. Morks with another 48, and this one might be better by a slight margin. It is, well, it's definitely not better than his PB, but Peegs is really struggling. I think that's bonks on all three of those laps. This is such a tough course. Like, I would probably be doing the exact same thing as Peegs right now, just bonking around. I'm not good at Haunted Woods. So Mork's gonna again look for a better time, having a really consistent time on this track. If you can get consistent at Haunted Woods, then good on you. I can't. Maybe in the hover vehicle, but definitely not in the car. All right, Peegs' last attempt starting. Morks is in the middle of his final attempt. A 1650 lap, so going to need a pretty good lap here to pass his best time. Peegs with a nice start lap. So Peegs with a 1671. Peegs just needs a couple consistent laps, and she could definitely get there. Despite missing that first zipper, it's not the end of the run by any means. Probably gonna get a another 17 lap there. So the zipper looks like it posed a bit more of a time loss than I was suspecting. But and that's what's unfortunately gonna take Peegs out of contention to get she would have needed about a 12 lap there, which would have been a 2 sec, which would have been over a 1 second lap PB. Like, yeah, good. That's a good pick from Morks. He really knows what picks he's good at. So Peegs rebounds with Everfrost Peak Hover. I really like this pick. Morks is no stranger to it either, but I know that Peegs loves this track, so it's really good. So we're gonna see my favorite vehicle on this track being played. All right. So we see here Peegs' PB is a 1:17:25. I'm unsure if that's her actual PB. I think sometimes that players don't always have PBs submitted for various reasons. I definitely think that Peegs is definitely very much capable of beating a 1:17 in a run here. Meanwhile, MorKs has a 1:16 from either I think it was Racing B. Oh yeah, Peegs with a huge boost there. This is gonna be a close one. I have a feeling. Neither player gonna opt for that right side zipper. I respect it from both players. Peegs, unfortunately, side bonking when side bonking is not very good. But is gonna be able to recover pretty well. MorKs missing the zipper, so Peegs' lap is gonna be pretty close now. Gets that zipper gets that banana on the hop, but MorKs with a really nice boost again. So he's got a sizable advantage just off the side bonk alone from Peegs. But with a good couple of boosts here, it could easily turn back. MorKs with a side bonk, not getting all of the boost there. Peegs getting a good boost, so she's definitely not out yet. 25.75 with a lot of bonks, so with like a couple of harsher with getting not a great start section to the last lap. I'm very curious. There still is about there's still about a 1 or 2 second advantage for MorKs on this attempt. But I could see this coming down to the wire with a 120 from Peegs and a 118 from MorKs. But if Peegs cleans up that first lap, easily capable of a really good time. So yeah, getting a very close time to her submitted flap with a 25 flat with a submitted 24.98. And the reason I'm not really mentioning MorKs' PBs on the screen is because a lot of them are just defaulted times because he hasn't quite submitted his the times he's been getting during the tournament or outside of the tournament. There's a couple he submitted, but I don't really know his actual PBs, so it's tough to say. I'm just kind of going off what the screen is telling me when I'm catching it entering a level, if it's there. So yeah, 27 first lap for MorKs, and looks like Peegs is on a similar track with a 27. And even a slightly faster 27, a 27.20 versus a 27.21, so literally one frame difference. MorKs with a strong second lap here, looking like a 24? 25, yeah. Definitely holding back there, floated in the air. I'd say a bit too much. I like the skipping off of the walls. Skipping off the hill a bit, because it gives you a little bit more of a boost. 26 though for Peegs, a rougher lap as she missed the zipper connection. She gets it here though. MorKs is gonna finish out his next attempt with probably a 1:16, almost a 1:17. That end section really a 24.38, so a really strong lap, but oh, that zipper is so costly for Peegs. A 1:16 is greater than the time that Peegs has submitted, so she would technically have to PB to beat that. Yeah, it's coming down to this final attempt. All right, strong start from MorKs, a good zipper connection. Oh, he got the same type of bonk that Peegs did. I'd say that was actually harsher. That was actually harsher than what Peegs got because he kind of lost all of his speed. But Peegs just had some speed, but it was off. It was just kind of off center. A 28.95 start for MorKs. But he still has the time to beat, so it's not a huge deal for him to not have a good attempt here. Peegs looking like a strong start. This is gonna be a low 27 again. A 27.43, grabs that banana in the air, gets a nice boost off of the air to ground, ground to air zipper. However, did have a slight bonk, but looking pretty good overall still with 7 bananas, but Mork's having 10 bananas means he's going a bit faster. Oh, Peegs with a great boost, 2586. I don't think it's gonna be close. Peegs will need to get a very, very good lap here for her to pass a 116. But maybe we see a PB. Maybe we get like a low 117. It's close, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be extremely close, but she's gonna get a 118. Oh, very, very good runs by both players overall. Very consistent. MorKs just getting that really strong 116 to put it just out of reach. All right, so it's MorKs takes that hover. It's now 3-1. But we still have yet to go into more plane and more car. So, and this is the plane pick I was kind of expecting. It'll show up on the screen shortly, but Peegs has gone with Frosty Village Plane, a track that she is well known for being very strong at. She used to hold the lap world record in the old shortcut, and holds a 114, so a very strong time in the free lap, and holds also a pretty strong like normal flap as well. So here we go. Gonna get the countdown and gonna get the players synced up for their first attempt. And this is a plane track that it's super good to have as a pick in the tournament, honestly. It's a pick that some players aren't as familiar with, but if you're good at it, then you'll definitely have a good advantage. We can kind of see that Peegs has like some really good extra barrel rolls that she's been able to pull out, and just being able to hold some like really good amounts of speed. See, she gets the barrel roll. She does maybe not like the greatest finish to the lap, but a 27 is good nonetheless. MorKs struggling. I will pay better attention to him on this next lap, because Peegs is going to go into her third lap a bit faster. No triples, unfortunately, but Peegs is going to play it a bit safer there. Just go and kind of glide to the zipper. It's very nice, 26-16. Oh, unfortunately, take a bonk. Oh, but the zipper saves her. Wow, that was not going to end well for Peegs in this attempt. MorKs with a 30 lap. Let's pay attention to MorKs here on this lap while Peegs will finish out her attempt. Yeah, getting the barrel rolls. Let's see, grabbing the zipper, getting a nice, decent amount of wall movement there. 121 for Peegs, so she has a very nice advantage. MorKs did not opt for the ground zipper, instead just opting to cut the corner, gets a 134.10 with a 29 flap. So I'm not sure if this is MorKs' first. I'm not sure if this is MorKs' first time playing Frosty Village Plane outside of doing plane percent. So he is familiar with the track doing plane percent. Like, you don't do a shortcut, so you do this version of it in the plane percent. So he could definitely do something good here. But I think he could also be down to some form of maybe not having quite as much time trial knowledge. So he does bonk, but with the 121, she can sit decent unless she sees a better time. She can sit pretty comfortably, knowing that MorKs got like a 134 on the first attempt, but again probably wants to probably get a sub. Definitely wants to get the sub 120, I assume. Like, I definitely would want to do that if I was Peegs. Good job dodging spacing the barrel rolls properly, not bonking into the tree. Really nice movement. MorKs gonna go. He really hasn't gone for the ground zipper, and that can be a bit costly at times. It's good at 28-30 lap though. Let's see how he does on this final lap. Peegs is going to finish out strong here with a good last lap. Mort grabs the ground zipper, unable to kind of get off the ground or the wall, so kind of getting a bit stuck. That does happen a lot. Playing is a bit tricky to get used to with stuff like the Star City wall ride and the Frosty Village zipper there. It is quite difficult. 130, so a good improvement from MorKs on this attempt with a 130.96 and a 28.30. Peegs last time was a 125.91. So last attempt for both players. Peegs is not opting for those ground balloon, for those ground bananas there that some players go for. Maybe it's better because she's just barrel rolling. She's getting a lot of speed from that and can make up for it. Okay, rough lap here for Peegs, unfortunately. Definitely capable of shaking that off and getting really good finish out here. I would highly suspect there will not be a better time than the 121 from Peegs, at least. Got the triple, avoids bonking horrifically on the tree somehow. So not the worst outcome overall for Peegs. The lap does get a 29.08, so would definitely need something huge to actually get a better time. But still, with MorKs very likely unable to beat the 121 here, Peegs gonna get to show off a good triple there. So good job from Peegs getting that triple there. Was very rare in these runs. 126. I think Peegs may have only gotten one or two triples in the entire run, and I know got two there, so maybe got a third in another attempt. Oh man, just rough. This track is so rough. So players who are normally very good at a vehicle struggling on a track like this is nothing that we haven't seen. It's just a rough track, and MorKs gonna go to hover again. He's gonna take the last hover pick. And gonna go with Boulder Canyon hover. So yeah, I think 3-2 onto BC. MorKs has MorKs has like a 120.06 and Peegs has a 121. So I guess this is another track that kind of has been playing into what MorKs has been doing well at in the tournament. I am so curious to see how the last car, because we're out of hover. We have one plane and two cars, so Peegs winning the plane tracks is really good for her. Just needs to take Boulder Canyon here, and needs to take the car tracks that are left to be left in a good spot. So we'd be left in a more winning position heading into the final track. Peegs is a really good hover player. I don't know how much Peegs has been practicing hover, but I know that she's strong at hover and she's strong at plane. And I can see this here as this attempt has started. Both players getting the 8 bananas out of the tunnel. So it'll be a very close first lap here. Looking like both players getting a 29. So yeah, Peegs' PB says 121, but it's very likely that she could have, I say this, any player could have a better PB. Both players are playing quite well here. MorKs with a better jump, so I think he's got a slight advantage now, heading into lap 3 because of that. But, yeah, 25 versus a 27. So a slightly worse castle section for Peegs. Costed her quite a lot of time because of the lag that she got there. While MorKs is getting more lag with zippers. Oh, Peegs missing the zipper there. So that should seal the first attempt win going to MorKs, but we're far from over. We got 2 more attempts to go, and definitely time to make up for that with a 28-13 final lap, 125.03 versus a 121. All right, into MorKs' second attempt. So let's see how this goes. He misses the zipper, so he's gonna be behind quite a bit compared to his last attempt. Gonna still have the 8 bananas coming out of the castle into the final section of the lap. Both players are aiming for to have those bananas for the end of the lap because you don't really want to go out of your way to the left there. So yeah, MorKs with a 30 lap, and Peegs positioned to probably also get a 30 lap here. A high 29, so slight lead for Peegs heading into lap 2. MorKs with a nice second lap though. This looks like a 25. Yeah, 25:36, which is better than Peegs' submitted PB time. So yeah, it looks like I think it's not necessarily the first lap that's giving MorKs the advantage. It's his second laps. Peeg got a 26.88. There's just that contrast in the second laps and third laps where MorKs is just playing slightly better on those. Good boost for Peegs though here, so looking like a 122. I'm gonna say 122. Maybe a 121. Nah, it's gonna be a 122. But creeping closer and closer, and MorKs slightly improved this time. Peegs definitely capable of getting a really good hover time here. So final attempt for MorKs. Let's see how his first lap goes if he can get a better one. He has been getting like 29:30. So gets no bananas there. That's surprising. He clipped through all of those bananas. He might try to go to the left here to grab some extra bananas. No, he's not. He's gonna opt to just stick with 9, but get a 29:06 lap. So strong start for MorKs here. Peegs will be going into her last attempt shortly. So let's see how this goes. Not so great boost from MorKs. The one thing that is good for a player who's sitting with the best time into the final attempt is that you can kind of sit tight knowing you have a good time, but I'm sure MorKs is sweating just like knowing that Peegs can get a really good time on these tracks. Good boost from MorKs, so he's not too far behind his previous runs of a 121 at all. Peegs is also going to get a 29 lap again, a 29.70 this time, while MorKs gets a 121.28. So he does not improve his final time, which means that Peegs can beat it. Which means that Peegs doesn't have a new time to beat, and with a really nice boost there, looking pretty good. See how Peegs finishes this lap, has 1 more to go. We've seen people improve their times to get laps. 25:36. That is a flat PB. All right, strong start for Peegs here. She gets another similar lap. She will take this track. Nice. Gets the boost. Oh, it's gonna be a close ending. Oh, it's gonna be a close ending pending no mess ups. All right, no mess ups so far. No mess ups so far. Oh, so close. 128.40, 121.48. A double PB. That was so close. Oh my goodness. That was so good. It was so close. Oh my gosh. But MorKs does take the point. But kudos on a great last lap. On a great last run for Peegs, I should say. Getting a double is pretty big. Alright, Peegs gets another pick. So we have plane and car left to pick. I would guess we're gonna see a plane pick here. Peegs needs to stick to a plane track that she's pretty good at. Because MorKs is also good at plane, so we'll see what the pick is. Could go for car with a comfortable car track for Peegs. So we've got also has the ability to take away some it's so hard. I like even I am not sure where Peegs should really be picking here, but Fossil Canyon Plain is definitely a good pick. It's definitely a tough track to play. Where I expect some good. I mean, I do expect good races here. Peegs with a 102 PB and MorKs with a 105, so they're not too far apart. So we'll just see who has a more consistent. Kind of just has a more consistent time here. People are capable of being consistent here. We saw that in the match yesterday with Sweener and Ben, where they were pretty close to their times, pretty similar in times almost the entire way, minus like maybe 1 or 2. So let's see how this goes. So MorKs is picking up the barrel roll into the zipper here. So, but unfortunately missing the second zipper. And Peegs might have slightly missed the countdown, but that's no issue at all. After all, these players, after this attempt anyways, they're going on their own pace, so good start for MorKs with a 24. Probably not exactly what he's looking for. Peegs, on the other hand, is going to be getting probably a 23 lap. 23.18. Solid start. MorKs with a pretty good second lap here. It looks like going to get a 21.50. Peegs is doing pretty good as well. Just going to take a look at the final lap time. Oh, gosh. Again, kind of saved by the zipper. That should have been a lot worse. And it probably only lost a second or two. MorKs is having a good last lap though. Let's see what his final time is there. I'm gonna guess it's a 21.60, so a 108. Peegs looking on track to beat that time without another bonk. There we go. Gonna get a 106.41 on the clock. 106.51 overall, but in a 20.71 lap to close it out. So. There is about a 2-second gap currently. It's 1.5 seconds. I like that MorKs is adapting to doing the barrel roll into the zipper. That can be quite. It's probably not as difficult to pick up as I think. Peegs just opting to just kind of tap A and pull A into that section. MorKs unfortunately missing that last zipper. Peegs missing the triple by a little bit. MorKs is going to get a 23.68 first lap. Peegs is going to get a pretty similar lap as well, I think. A little worse, it looks like. Going to get a 24.91. MorKs doing pretty okay here. Gonna take the zipper because he wasn't really in line for any good angles to get through the canyon. Peegs with a nice second lap so far, it looks like. No major mistakes, gonna come out with a clean 21. MorKs bonking, so he was on a really good attempt, and then he bonked going into the cave on lap 3, so that's very unfortunate. Peegs just getting below the ceiling. That is something that has claimed many of my runs personally. So he's gonna get a 110, and Peegs is gonna get a very similar time, a 106. 106.41, so a tenth of a second faster than last attempt. MorKs has to pull out a 106.40 or better here. And pending that Peegs also doesn't get a better run. He definitely has been on pace for that. In that last attempt, he was definitely on pace. Just without the bonk, I think he was definitely close. I can see he's taking that cave section a bit slower, but getting the 2 barrel rolls. If he had completed that would have been really fast. Unfortunately, unable to hit the last zipper. Peegs with a very fast lap here. She's taking it also a bit slower, not going for that second barrel roll, but getting I'd say getting a better boost into the actual cave from the triple. So, has a bit of an advantage. 22-26 versus MorKs' 23 lap, 20-78 lap for MorKs. Peegs is gonna grab an extra banana here. Definitely on a good pace though herself. MorKs, I'm gonna watch the end of his run as Peegs finishes her lap. He's looking at it on a good pace. Definitely looks like 105-ish pace. So yeah. Oh, Peegs with a bonk. Oh, this is actually gonna be super close now, huh? Peegs has to complete this out and get a 105. I don't think she can. I think the bonk at the end of the lap is going to cost her the point. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Really good time for MorKs to get the 105 clutch. 105.80. I think Peegs barrel rolled into the plane. Or into the tree, it looks like. So, so Peegs has got to pick car here. This is kind of leaving. She has to have some really good car picks up her sleeve. So, let's see what comes out for the pick. So let's see what some good car picks could possibly be. I think going for something like Space Dust. With Space Dust not being banned, I think Space Dust car would be a really good pick. Because because MorKs has generally just been banning because he doesn't like it. So yeah. Getting contemplation on the pick. Yep, there it is. Space Dust Alley car. Because I know for a fact that MorKs banned SDA and when he had the chance to against me, he banned it against... I think he banned it against Asbo and Obio in the groups. So, seeing Space Dust left up when I think MorKs could have had a CI car pick and maybe have been pretty good. Let's see how this plays out. This track is extremely unforgiving, but Peegs has a bit more of experience on it than MorKs does. Because it seems like it's a track he's been trying to avoid. I think with this pick, it does give Peegs some chance. I do think obviously in a couple of picks with with MorKs having the next car pick, it's not I think that Peegs is perfectly capable of actually winning any car pick. I think that I think they're just pretty evenly matched, and MorKs has taken a couple of extra tracks off of Peegs. Morks with, I guess, what looks like a rough, a very rough start to SDA car. Unfortunately. Peegs having a decent lap for herself here with a 34. Morks bonking around going into the cave, last cave section. It's so rough. Let's see how Morks' second lap does. I definitely hoping he obviously does better here. Peegs going on the bridge for the second lap. One thing to note is that a lot of players, like, I'm not alright, so Morks isn't going to mess with the bridge, it looks like. And I respect that 100%. He'll get 3 extra bananas for it. If you don't feel comfortable doing the bridge, then definitely just go for the other section. It's not that much slower in general. I know you want to go for the bridge in a race because it's probably what the other person's doing. But the other person could also be messing up a lot on their attack. If they mess up going down the hill, that section there, which you want to just be taking straight, generally, like Peegs has been doing. Peegs is going to get a sub 140. Very nice. So Mork's going for the bridge here. Very nice. Gets it. Clean ending. Goes for this, or drifts into the zipper, gets the zipper. Unfortunately, didn't get the car turned in enough time to not bonk into the pillar. So I think it's a 150 something for Mort. 155.10. We'll see it on the screen. So Peegs with a pretty big advantage, at least from attempt 1. Let's see how attempt 2 goes for both players. Gonna see a clean section for Peegs here. A lot of this just comes down to clean gameplay on Space Dust Alley car. Even if you're not getting your best times, you're not getting close to your PB. Overall, staying close to staying like pretty solid in your gameplay. Peegs unfortunately did bonk there, so it's a 36 lap. Does manage to get the first zipper. Oh no, the drift was not kind to her there. Both players having hiccups with their drift. Pretty close to each other on our screens, but at different parts of the track. Mork with a 39 versus Peegs' 36. Peegs looking like a clean second lap here for sure. 32.85. Almost grabs that. Is going to be able now, with a bit of a slowdown there, to grab the zipper. Bit of unfortunate terrain. Terrain on this track is very bumpy in that part. Oh, I did not think she was going to hit the tree there. That was quite unfortunate, but still not a terrible attempt at all from Peegs. Definitely going to be only a few seconds off her first time. And Morks is having a much cleaner attempt than the last one. You'll love to see it. He's going to get in the 140s very likely. 144 from Peegs, and see how Morks finishes out here. Oh, bonking a bunch. Still can get to the finish line before 150 potentially, but it doesn't look like that's... It looks like that's going to happen. A high 149. 149.93. So, improvement from Morks. Peegs still sitting with the 139 flat as her best time. So attempt 3 for Peegs. Missing the zipper there. Getting thrown around by the terrain. A lot of that has to do with the angle that you set yourself up with. Mork's also doing the same thing, getting getting angled in more towards the middle before that section. Peegs now in the cave, sitting at 8 bananas going into lap. Oh no, Mork's able to save himself. Peegs getting the meatball right to the dome. a little bit off on the cycle. The meatball cycles are so bad for some of these vehicles when you're on certain paces. So unfortunately, the 37th time there didn't treat Peegs kindly with the start of her second lap. MorKs having a decent time. Fumbled on the bridge the first time, but still got a 35 lap. So I don't think either player is gonna be able to surpass their best. I don't think Peegs is gonna be able to surpass her best time. And based on MorKs' laps, I'm not 100% sure he's going to be able to either. He will need a sub 30 lap to do it. I think he's going to pass 139 somewhere in the tunnel. So I will pretty confidently say that Peegs will take this track. So good pick by Peegs, and now one card track left, and MorKs will get his pick of any card track. And MorKs goes for Dark Moon Caverns car. So this is pretty interesting. This is going to be interesting. I know MorKs almost has a sub 1. MorKs might have the sub 140 at this point. I know he wasn't able to get it against me. I know he barely missed getting it against me in our race. We both got pretty close. With some good times. He has a 140-146 for his best on his cart. And Peegs has a we haven't gotten which yet, but once we get that, we'll be able to see Peegs' PP on the track. This track is really can go either way depending on how this terrain decides to throw you around at points and how well you can adapt to things. I actually don't mind this track at all. Peegs has a 140-81, so very close on the PBs. This will be quite an interesting battle here. All right, let's see how they go. Both players with 7 bananas out of the first section there. Peegs with a bonk on the wall, but able to kind of be getting a bit more speed on things. If there wasn't bonks, pretty close. Right. So, slightly better first lap from MorKs here. A 34 lap, while Peegs is going to get a 36. Oh, unfortunately for Peegs, not getting the zipper, but MorKs also bonking. Oh, Peegs going kind of really heavy on the sharp turns there. It did work out. She didn't bonk at all. MorKs is going to enter with at 58, while Peegs enters at 1 minute. So they're going to get roughly the same lap times here. A 34.90 for MorKs and a 36.45. So MorKs taking the better second lap. So I believe he'll have advantage going into the next. He'll have the best run so far. And if he takes this track, it's match point. And if he doesn't, then Peegs is not too far off. And with with an extra track win, Peegs can definitely catch up. MorKs getting a mid 140s here. It looks like a 143, while Peegs is going to be getting closer to the 150 mark with a 148. But a 35, a best lap of 35.26. Both players had very similar second laps to their first laps, which can definitely be cleaned up. And these players, I believe, will definitely get lower times here. I don't necessarily think that players can play to their PP on every single track, especially on a track like Dark Moon, which is tough. Peegs is going to do Ghostless on this track. It makes a lot of sense. It's quite laggy. So removing the ghost is pretty good.
for the beginning of the track and everything. Plus, also, some players are just used to playing with Ghostless, so MorKs is going to get a very similar first lap to his first attempt of a 4:55. Pretty good here. We're going to see nice, clean section. Clean second lap so far from MorKs. Peegs almost bonked, but didn't. Almost bonked again, but didn't. Riding on the wall a little bit, so not the best. You can see how MorKs finishes. He got there at a pretty good time. Peegs also looking at to be at a similar pace for MorKs' first lap, I think. A 32:40, so a very nice lap for MorKs. Looking on pace for a potential sub 140 with a clean lap here. Playing it clean, not going for anything fancy. I like it. 121 exit there. We'll see how this plays out. He's gonna be close. I think this is sub 1/3, sub 140 if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how this finishes out. It'll be huge if he gets it. That's a huge PB. It is a 139. That is so huge. I almost dropped an F-bomb there. Well played, MorKs. Jesus. Just casually gonna get a sub 140. That's something where forces a PB out of Peegs. Because MorKs also PB'd by 2 seconds. These players are so unpredictable in the tournament. There's so many unpredictable parts. It's fun to watch. But Peegs gonna get a 144, much better than the first attempt. Has to improve her time by a lot though. MorKs again with a good time. With a good first lap, it looks like potentially. A 34, maybe. Yeah, a low 34. So, unfortunately, kind of gets thrown into the wall on the left, so not as clean of a second lap as his previous attempt. But still gonna be looking pretty okay here. You get it'll probably be similar to his first lap because of that. Peegs missing the zipper. Has to really put on the works here to get a time close to what MorKs has. Capable of it though, I'm sure. This looks like it's gonna be a pretty good attempt. Oh, it was looking really nice. Still possible with a couple of I'd say with some lap PBs. But those are awfully hard to just get on a spot, honestly. 36 flat. Would need a 21 and a 20, a low 22 and a high 21 to get it at this point. So good start. All right. Oh no, got thrown around by the walls there. Off getting a really nice boost, but a little too far to the right, kind of hanging a wall ride. Oh, good. Looking good for Peegs on this one, though. I'd like to see a lap PB here for sure. It's not going to take the track, but I want to see a real nice time here. Oh, so unfortunate. Gonna get a 143, 144.01 because frames are not kind. Vehicles are indeed open. So Peegs has any pit. All right. Peegs is considering her options. I would like to see something like a because I don't know how experienced MorKs is in time trials on the default hovers besides BC. So I'd like to see something like a Pirate Lagoon, or a Whale Bay potentially. So I haven't seen MorKs play on those in the tournament yet. Oh, Peegs going for a really nice pick, going for Treasure Caves Plain. Quite. If you know what you're doing, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty fun track. If you aren't so experienced, it can definitely be a ride to play TC Plain. So yeah, I think MorKs is gonna go for the drumstick here. I'm not sure if Peegs is gonna go drumstick or not. I'm probably considering whether to go with it or not. We do see that MorKs has a shortcut time on this track, at least with a 31:45. But doing the shortcut versus doing this like non-shortcut is so much different. So the barrel roll skills might transfer, but the route is actually doing this track is a lot more tougher than doing the shortcut. So we'll see. MorKs taking a harsh bonk there. Peegs just barely avoiding a bonk. Gonna grab the 10 bananas and grab the zipper. Gonna opt to go for this outer zipper. Just barely misses it, but should. Oh gosh, barely gets in. Oh, that was scary. My heart. Don't do this to me, y'all. I'm not as young as I once was. Oh, but Peegs barrel rolling a little bit too close. However, still somehow very close in time. Oh, the bonk. Peegs is gonna have to just go down through the entrance here. Grab the zipper there. MorKs is gonna get a 50. Gonna get in the 50s. Well, Peegs will get in the just barely over a minute. That bonk was so costly. For Peegs. But meanwhile, MorKs could have easily gotten a pretty damn good time. A couple of 17 laps in there. Definitely worth noting that the one bonk costed MorKs an insanely good time. So yeah, we see here, no bonk. I'm gonna get a pretty good lap here. Could offer the bananas in the zipper. Both players grabbing the zipper. That zipper is extremely difficult to grab. Peegs with an unfortunate bonk there. MorKs kind of got caught up, but I don't think he didn't really bonk. But he missed the zipper, so he's gonna get another 17 lap. He's looking at not quite sub 50 pace, but pace 50s for sure. Maybe no. Holding the button there definitely took away the 49 opportunity. Holding the A button, it looked like going into that section. Peegs with a 18. Oh gosh. Just like I didn't even think you could bonk there, but she was a little too close to the tip of, a little too far down the whatever they're called. It's just harsh bonks. This track is so brutal. Yeah. So I definitely expect Peegs to get a pretty good time here for the last attempt. Has to beat a 55 from MorKs. Definitely doable. MorKs isn't having a great start to this attempt, but can beat that time for sure. With a good run here. Misses the zipper again. No bonk, so able to stave off disaster and keep this run alive essentially. But he's been going for that. but he was going for the boost there. Okay, Peegs has done a character switch, which I think could be huge. I think going to TT where she's been playing TT all match could lead her to get a really good run here. A good consistent run can beat a 55, honestly, for sure. Getting through there, getting the zipper. I wouldn't even go for... Like, Peegs actually getting that zipper is so huge. Big boost. Big lap. Oh, no! You're kidding. No! Come on. I want to see Peegs pull this out, honestly. I don't want this match to end yet. I just don't. Come on. It's almost there. Needs a 55 or better. No bonks and Peegs has this. No, you're... Oh! This game sucks. This track sucks. So bad. Congrats to MorKs on winning, obviously. Big congrats. I just want to see this go to an 11th track. I really did. Peegs hasn't even finished the attempt yet. So we'll wait for that to happen, and then it'll be done at that point. All right, so MorKs takes it 7-3, and both racers can come in on commentary whenever they feel ready. Hello.
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 Hey.
Yeah, so GG's on the match. I know a lot of rough moments for the players in the match. Like honestly, like I was just watching, it's like Star City Plain, pretty rough. TC Plain is a rough track. Like I know that and everything. But I enjoyed watching the match. Obviously, congrats to MorKs on winning the match and moving on in the bracket. I guess we can start with general thoughts from the players. I'll start with Peegs on this, and then we'll get MorKs' thoughts afterwards.
I'm just honestly really disappointed in myself. Like, I know I didn't have much time to practice because I've been working. Like, literally get home from work, go straight into the match.
Yeah, that's
But,
rough.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I should have done better. I'm just like really upset with myself right now. Like, honestly, I'm just really upset with myself. Honestly, I hate myself for this match. Like, it could have been a nice match to watch. It could have been good, but no, I just suck ass. No, ugh,
Don't say that. Don't say that. I mean, you barely had time to practice, and it's totally understandable. I mean, especially with these tough tracks that you actually chosen. I mean, most of them I thought were gambles. Like Fossil Canyons, I didn't expect to PB on that one. You know, it's like a couple of stuff like that. I don't think you should be hard on yourself on that one.
Yeah, it was honestly because you didn't have like anything on your timesheet. I had no idea what I was up against at all either.
And you know what? I've talked on the Discord about this, and I feel like it's giving me an unwilling advantage on the losers bracket. And I can understand if you guys feel like that as well. And I mean, I can retire from the competition because of it. I mean, I know it's not in the rules per se.
No, I don't think
I know that-
I don't think you need to not do the tournament for that. I mean, there's VODs of the matches you've played that people can look at, and you have submitted sometimes. Like, there's no reason to step back from the tournament for that. Like, we want to see you compete. Like, for sure.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want
Yeah,
to
I mean,
feel
I would work on
determined.
getting. I mean, I would work on like videos that you do have when you have time to just put them up, so that way, it helps. Like that way we can obviously see on the website how great of a player you are. You're like, oh, I got a 46 on TC Plane. Like that's insane. Like the website, like I don't know, people want to see that obviously.
I was
Like-
trying to do the barrel roll like on the last zipper. This is one
Yeah,
of the
you missed it
worst
a lot.
barrel
I
rolls I've
noticed
ever-
that. I noticed you were
It's
doing
one of
that.
the
I
worst
had.
barrel rolls ever.
I mean, I don't think they were necessarily the worst barrel rolls ever. I mean, maybe a little bit of maybe your angle was off slightly on it. I don't really know how to do it.
I'm not exactly saying that my barrel rolls were bad. I mean, they were bad, but I mean the barrel roll itself.
Oh, that barrel roll. Oh, that barrel.
Yeah,
sucks.
it's
I can see.
absolutely
I can say that. I thought
disgusting.
you were saying that your barrel roll sucked. I was like, I don't know about that. But, yeah, it's like from a commentator's perspective. It's like when the courses that were really tight, it was very exciting. And I can understand disappointment from like if both players feel disappointed in a couple of tracks.
I feel disappointed in every track, honestly.
Like,
Well, you did get a PB in Boulder Canyon.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, Boulder
this was
Canyon was
pretty-
nice.
yeah,
I mean, that was impressive because when you were popping off on Discord, I wasn't even sure if I won the match or not. I was kind of scared. And then you posted, it was
No.
like, damn, all right, phew.
yeah, no, you barely took it. I was I was extremely hyped.
I mean, that was
that
one
point.
of the one of my strategic picks for sure. That one. So,
Yeah.
like, if I would have lost, I would have been like, all right, cool, man, GG's.
Yeah, like I think Peegs' picks were like I thought a lot of them were very good, like very strategic. Like, I liked the AL hover to get rid of the AL plane. It just didn't go your way.
Yeah, I should have just banned AL.
I mean, yeah, that definitely could have been a
I
strategy.
think personally, you could have gone the Ancient Lake car. To be honest,
I
It's one
was
of those tracks
so
I
so surprised you banned CI when you've been banning Space Dust literally all tournament.
Yeah, no, it's because with Space Dust, I've kind of practiced playing a bit offline. So
Ah,
I expected some people to pick it, and then afterwards I could, like try to win a game off that.
mhm.
And Crescent
Yeah.
Island is one of those tracks where it's only car or hover. So it gives me more plane tracks to play on.
Oh, true. Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, I mean obviously I kind of figured there'd be an SDA car pick if it wasn't banned. And it did happen. But yeah, obviously like leaving SDA plane up if you've practiced it is good. Like against yeah, but that's I guess here nor there in
There's,
total. But there's more matches, so having that for feeling comfortable is good. It opens the tracks that you can play.
It was my first time playing SDA car in time trials ever.
I yeah,
You noticed.
yeah, I noticed, but but like that track is just that track is just terrible if you don't know what you're doing on it. Like
Just SDA overall, man.
The
The
I don't
colors
know.
are amazing,
SDA
the
hover's
track's
sick
bullshit.
though. SDA hover's sick. I'm sorry, you can't tell me that SDA hover.
I mean, SDA hover is sick with balloons.
I
It's
like-
good at no, it's good in both. It really
I
is good in both.
I like every SDA, honestly.
No, I mean I
it's
do too.
It's one of my favorite tracks. Like, it's my favorite track next to Frosty Village.
Yeah, Frosty's such a.
But when you pick Frosty Village Plain, I told myself, well, I never played that track without a shortcut. So.
Oh,
I'm surprised
Yeah.
you didn't ban Frosty Village. Cause
Yeah, I know. I should have. I should have banned that.
Most people would just take Frosty Village Plain away from me.
I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, I didn't check most of your scores apart from the Boulder Canyon, but I thought that you were going to go with EP Plane, which, I mean, you went EP Hover. I was kind of surprised by that pick.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm like out of practice with EP Plane. Like, I have not done it in like forever, and like I wasn't sure how good you were at EP Hover, and like I was feeling pretty confident about it lately with how I've been playing it, and I was like, well, I think I have a shot here, and like,
Mhm.
but
I
I probably
had-
should have picked Scar there.
I mean, I've had a bit of practice with that track. I have the balloon race world record for this one. I think it's a 103. Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't mean anything, for the time trials, but I do think that it helped me, get the good angles for the zippers and such.
Sure.
In any
Yeah.
case, I know that Sweeter wants us to sign out right now, so I just
Sure.
want to say thank you for the games, Peegs. I know that you just arrived in your match like 5 minutes after arriving from work, but I really appreciate that you did the match anyway and that you did your best. So shout outs to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thanks
had
for
fun
thanks for
with
the
you.
race.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for everybody for watching. Obviously, thanks to the runners, thanks to Sweener for the restream, and everybody in chat. We are going to be rating Psychedelic Joey. We're going to be rating our very own Joey Wills. So
We'll spam feet.
that'll be coming soon. As soon as we get out of here. So thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your evening.
Take care, everyone.